Zinnias are a great flower to grow in summers. They are so colorful, they are so long lasting. A flower can last probably 3 to 4 weeks, and they can tolerate so much of sun. So they are a great addition to your summer garden. They give color and they attract butterflies too. So today I'm going to show you how to grow zinnias from seeds. It's the beginning of summer, and here I have my zinnia seeds, so I'm going to plant them today. In this planter, I have a regular general purpose potting soil mix, so I'm going to plant them in this. These seeds are of reasonable size, so I'm going to bury them about half an inch. The soil, I mean, the rule of the thumb is that the soil on top of the seed should be about 4 times the size of the seeds. Although I'm going to plant the zinnias in the ground, I always prefer to start my seedlings in a planter because then I can control the environment around it. If it was too hot, I can move it into shade. If it was too cold, I can move it inside or whatever. So when I'm starting the seedlings, I plant them in the containers and then I transplant them. Unless if it is a plant which doesn't like to be transplanted. So I'm going to water it thoroughly and I'm going to cover it at night so that it is protected from cold weather at night, and leave it open in the daytime so that it gets a lot of heat. And as it starts to grow, I'll keep you posted. It's been about 4 weeks, and these zinnias grew so quickly. They are about 3 to 4 inches tall already. And unfortunately, I lost my videos in between because most of my videos take, months to complete, and sometimes I lose them. And that's what happened here. So I am not able to show you the, time when they were really tiny. But in any case, 4 weeks later, here we are. And they have a few leaves. Each plant or each seedling has more than 4 leaves. So I think it is time that we transplant them. So what I did was that I had prepared this place in the ground to transplant these, and for last 2 days I kept this planter here so that they get acclimatized. So the first day I kind of covered it, and then the second day I left it open so that because this place gets a lot of sun, so I just wanted to make sure that they don't get scorched or whatever. So they were fine. So now we can transplant them, and it's evening time, so they get about 12 hours to recuperate whatever disturbance we do. Now in this, I dug up a hole and I added some chicken manure and topsoil, of course, and composted wood chips. So I'm going to just take out a few of these and just plant them here. Okay, I'm going to separate them out. I've watered it thoroughly, and if you plant them maybe 6 inches, 8 inches apart, that should be fine. And suppose uh, some plant doesn't survive, I have more plants in here, so I can always replace them. Although the soil is wet, I'm going to water them again. Since these plants are really tender and this spot gets a lot of sun, so for a couple of days I'm going to cover it up with a big planter in the daytime so that they are protected from direct sun. I think then they'll be fine because they love full sun. And as they start to grow, I'll keep you posted. I've also covered it with wood chips because anything that is in full sun the whole day, it's going to lose a lot of water, and then you'll have to water it very often. And these plants are still young, so they don't have deep roots to go and get water from underground just yet. So it's better if you put mulch around it, and then water evaporation will be less and you don't have to water that often. So that's what I have done here. It's been 2 weeks, and our plants are growing really happily. They are looking healthy, very green, and they get sun probably 6 to 7 hours. And I water it every day. Although I have mulched it, I still water it every day. I'm starting to see some color in the buds, at least here in the middle. But the plants are really healthy, and I see some side shoots developing. It's been 7 weeks, and from seeds to flowers. It's really amazing. It's looking great, and you can see that every plant has a bud. Every single plant is blooming, and almost all of different colors, so it looks so beautiful. And they have a lot of branches coming out and more buds coming out. So the zinnias are doing great. And I wanted to point out one thing. So zinnia loves direct sunlight, a lot of sunlight. And this particular point, it gets 6, 7, even 8 hours of sunlight sometimes. And they're growing well. You see so many flowers. But then I have another spot where I planted these plants at the same time. Now, this spot doesn't get as much sunlight as the other one. They're growing very well, and you can see there are flowers coming out almost from every branch, but they are a little behind. But the plants look much healthier. So, if you look at this, this is so green and so much foliage. And let me go to the other one. It doesn't have that much foliage. The foliage is paler than the other one, and this one has many more flowers, although they were transplanted at the same time. So this is something that you have to keep in mind, that if you put the plants in shade, they'll have better foliage but maybe less flowers. If you put them out in sun, they don't have as much foliage but the flowers are more. So this is something you have to keep in mind. But other than that, I'm just enjoying these flowers, and they are blooming everywhere, many different colors. And it was so easy to grow. I just planted the seeds and they grew so fast. And I transplanted them, and you can see the results. So by the end of the season, I'm going to also collect some seeds so that I'm ready for the next season. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.